What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninjas Top 5 Filthiest Pitches of the Day. We're going to kick it off with the honorable mentions. First, I have Abner Uribe for this filth. Those sinkers were nasty, and then these sliders, absolute filth. Then we have Bryce Miller for his splitters and this knuckle curve that I love because Zach Neto says he fouled this off. Turns to the umpire like, no, I got a piece, man. Dude, you're a big fat liar. That did not happen.
It's not even close.
Miller had 6 Ks and 5 scoreless innings, giving up only 2 hits. Now on to my top 5. At number 5, I have Craig Yoho for these changeups. His changeups were dropping 53 inches, which is 5 inches more drop than anybody else in baseball averages. And also getting 18 inches of run on these things. At number 4, Tanner Bibee for this wicked front door two-seamer that had 17 inches of run. He had 5 Ks and 7 innings, giving up 1 run. At number 3, this is a tough one because this overlay is flat out filthy from Logan Webb. Here's a sinker or a two-seamer with 22 inches of run and a sweeper with 19 inches of break. You overlay him. This is disgusting. But he also didn't pitch tremendously well and got outpitched by Nick Pivetta, who probably does deserve a spot here. So we're going to give it a combined thing. Pivetta had these sweepers and curveballs. He picked up 9 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs. At number 2, Jose Alvarado for these wicked cutters, getting out of a bases-loaded jam, K-ing 3 hitters in a row, getting fired up. Love it. And at number 1, it's the return of the GOAT, Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom dominated yesterday at 7 Ks and 6 scoreless innings, giving up only 4 hits. He could have pitched longer in this game, but the Rangers were absolutely shellacking the A's. So they're like, Jacob, why don't you take the rest of the night off? Good job. Pat him on the back. See you later. He has a 2.73 ERA, which is solid, not deGrom-like. A little higher than his career ERA, but still really good. And I love this overlay. The 100-mile-an-hour fastball and 91-mile-an-hour slider. Yes, Jacob deGrom is back throwing 100 miles an hour. We got to highlight this by pairing it up with the slider. And that is an unfair combination. I also like this. You can see the change that Jacob deGrom made from 2023. Let's bring in 2023 Jacob deGrom from the side. I've outlined him in red here. And you can see his arm angle is lower this year. There's some thought that a lower arm angle actually helps keep your arm healthier. The higher the arm angle, the more torque you put on your elbow and shoulder. And you can see here, he's down about 7 degrees from 2023. I also have this chart from Baseball Savant that shows the difference also. Now on to Ninja Notes. Carlos Rodón had 7 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 2 hits and 2 runs. He took a perfect game into the 6th. He faced Kyle Gibson, who was really good yesterday. That is if the Yankees got to judge his outing. But I do see a spot for Kyle Gibson this year, maybe in the All-Star Game home run derby pitching the Orioles. Garrett Crochet had 6 Ks and 7 innings, giving up 2 runs on 4 hits. Solid outing from Crochet. Zack Wheeler had this wicked backdoor cutter and had 7 Ks and 6 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. David Peterson was really good again yesterday with 2 strikeouts and 5 innings, giving up only 1 run on 5 hits. Shota Imanaga had 5 scoreless innings with 3 Ks, had these wicked splitters. And I also love this, where you get squeezed by the home plate umpire, and if looks could kill, they probably will. He had to leave the game early with leg cramps, nothing serious. Chris Paddock had 2 Ks and 5 innings, giving up only 1 run. Michael Lorenzen had 4 Ks and 6 innings, giving up only 1 run. Freddie Peralta had 5 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. Ryan Gusto had 6 Ks and 4 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. He faced Reese Olson, the baby-faced assassin, who had 7 Ks, but gave up 3 runs in 5 2/3. And lastly, A.J. Smith-Shawver was solid yesterday with 5 Ks and 5 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. I'd also like to give a shout-out to Dalton Varsho for the Savannah Bananas-like catch here. I mean, dude, I had to tag the bananas on this one because that's the only place you see shit like this. That is ridiculous.
Ninja, we're starting today's hitting segment saying so long to a first pitch showdown. Shohei summoned his dad's strength here to launch his first nuke as a father. Otani-san is now Otosan, which is Japanese for dad, and you can take that to Tokyo. But really nothing else special about this game. It turned into an absolute beatdown of the Marlins. And our next batch of bombs comes from the game Ninja alluded to earlier. And it's another animal beatdown, this time of the avian variety, as the Yankees kicked off the game against the O's with back-to-back-to-back jacks. And then Cody Bellinger hit a fourth for good measure. Somewhere Nestor Cortez is smiling, knowing he's not the only one the Yankees did this to this season.
He gave up 3 home runs on 5 pitches, which you don't see even in the home run derby a lot of times, and then 4 on 12 pitches.
Not great, Bob. But Ninja, the dong of the day goes to Kyle. Whose man's is this Manzardo for just a good old-fashioned game ender for the Guardians here. It's an in-division rival, and he walked it off. That's your dong of the day.
And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. This kid will absolutely be the closer for the Phillies someday.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Wow.
My picks of the day today are a 3-leg parlay. I'm going to start out with Jackson Jobe for 3 Ks or more, then take Shane Smith for 5 Ks or more, and then I'm going to add in the Rockies under 3.5 runs. What would your picks of the day be?